So there's only room enough in this joint for one musician, and that's Zoe Keating. So I'm going to talk about some films. We want to turn that down. I make portraits. This is a piece called Billboard, and it's a portrait. Some of these portraits are in data, some of them are in sound, some of them are in image. This is every #1 song on the Billboard Hot 100, sped up to 1 second for every week it was at #1. So you can hear the whole history of the American pop chart in 37 minutes. All of 1978 is in the key of F. This is a piece I did in 2007 for the Sundance Film Festival called Academy. This is in the similar vein, this is every Academy Award Best Picture sped up to 1 minute. So you get the whole history of American cinema. It is completely unwatchable. This is Casablanca. But it does give you some insight into the ever-accelerating notions of editing processes, and it also gives you a way to talk about cultural canonicity and our obsession with lists. This is a portrait of Britney Spears, where I repurposed a whole bunch of DARPA-funded computer vision papers to create a modeling system that could recognize Britney Spears in any footage on the planet and center her eyes to make a portrait. So it's a sort of semi-supervised machine learning algorithm to find a pop star. This is another kind of repurposing of technology. This is a thing I did last year where I figured out how to spider the Google visually similar algorithm and ran all of West Side Story through it. So this is both a portrait of West Side Story and also a portrait of how Google looks at things. So you see the film on the right and what Google thinks these frames are on the left. A lot of pornography shows up. There's Columbia University. Oh, there you go. I also do these pieces that are sort of about the documentation of performance. This is called Fashionably Late for the Relationship. This is a 72-minute film that is a result of an acceleration of a 72-hour performance that took place on Union Square in 2007. The performer is moving as slowly as possible, getting ready for a date. When you speed it up, it looks like she's moving normally, and everything else is flying by. This is a sequence where it takes her 4 hours to do her nail polish in one hand. This is a piece I did called the Maroney Parade. This was the opening ceremonies of the Prospect 2 Art Biennial down in New Orleans. I took 350 high school marching band musicians, put them in 5 teams up to a mile apart, synchronized them by a click track on a radio tower, and had them do a parade where they all converged on a park. I filmed it panoptically. If you were there, you were there. If you saw the film, you saw the film, and you've created 2 artworks from one impulse. Similar vein, this is a sort of classical piece. This is a 4-minute piece for a chamber ensemble that I shot with high-speed cameras. So it lasts for 40 minutes, it's 300 frames a second. So you can see strings vibrate, vibrato becomes microtonal, and architectural space expands. So this was filmed in my apartment behind Penn Station, and it sounds like it was filmed in a cathedral. What else we got? Should be some more. Oh, right. I do a lot of stuff around language and the data of language. This is a piece I did juxtaposing Mitt Romney and Barack Obama's acceptance speeches at their conventions. 80% of their words are the same word. So they can read each other's speeches. So this is a generative piece where they create a never-ending debate by trying to read each other's speeches. Some of these pieces that I do are more static. Coming up is a piece called Hindsight is Always 2020. Any minute now. Come on, guys. This was done for the 2008 Democratic National Convention. These are a set of 43 lightbox eye charts. They're to scale, so if you can stand 20 feet back and read between those lines, you have 20/20 vision. They're the 66 most uniquely frequent words in every president's State of the Union address. So George W. Bush's #1 word is terror. Ronald Reagan is deficits, you get the idea. A sequel to this is a piece that I did. I have obsessive compulsive disorder, you might have figured that out by now. Is a piece, wait for it, called A More Perfect Union, where I joined 21 different online dating sites as a straight man, a gay man, a straight woman, and a gay woman in every zip code in America, downloaded 19 million people, and made maps where I replaced all the names of the cities with the word people use the most in that city. I grew up somewhere between annoying and cynical in New Jersey. New York City's #1 word is now, as in now I'm working as a waiter. This is Chelsea, Galleries Aesthetics. This is Williamsburg, Greenpoint. You got hipsters and dudes. Thank you very much.